Now time for the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
All right, let's talk about Andrew Sorrell. That guy, he is running for Secretary of State, and this guy is raising some cash. Yeah, he is out there raising cash. We're going to have him on the program here in a bit. And this guy is out there doing what he needs to do, raise about $50,000, which is a lot of money for this race. But remember, Tommy Tuberville's raised like $2 million in 24 hours. I mean, there's a lot of money being raised here and a lot going on. That Secretary of State's race is going to be an interesting one, as are most of these races. He wants to fight a battle over election integrity. And you know what? I'm 100% on board with that. But this is all about getting out there and raising money. We talked with Brad Presnall about this race yesterday, and now some of the data is coming out. And here's why you do this. You release this kind of information so you can make the argument that, hey, everyone else needs to stay out of this race. I got this. I got this.
Number 6.
A Waffle House employee has been fired because he did not want to serve a customer wearing a Trump campaign shirt. Well, he's a tool, and he should be fired because he sounds like an idiot. I mean, that's the reality. If the company doesn't want to serve people who wear who wear Donald Trump shirts, fine. But if you don't want to do it, then I'm sorry. What are you going to do? So he started a GoFundMe account. What a loser. He started a GoFundMe account because he won't serve a Trump supporter. And people are actually donating to it. He's raised $4,700. He called Trump supporters Nazis and said they're fascists. He said, I told a Nazi I wouldn't cook for him, so he and his goons tried to catch me outside. And then he had his mom call the store and get mad. I don't know how much of that's true. I'm going to guess most of this is a lie. But he says, I'm unemployed, but that guy never did get his food. You're a badass.
Number 5.
Data guru Nate Silver suggests that there is a difference between Republicans and Democrats, and there are a couple of ways to look at this. One, there is a cultural disconnect, between the people who are going, maybe we shouldn't let men beat up on women during the Olympics. Maybe we shouldn't do that. And then there's the economic impact, the economic disparity as well, where the people say, hey, maybe we shouldn't allow immigrants to come into the country and take all the jobs away and lower incomes for everybody. It's a bad idea. And then there's a mental health disparity as well. And I found this one amazing. Amazing. Among individuals who say they have good mental health, there's like a 51-14 break for conservatives and almost the inverse for people who have poor mental health, meaning Democrats are the party of the mentally ill. That's an interesting thing.
Number 4.
President Donald Trump has become the bad guy for some in the Boulder, Colorado attack. It was anti-Semitism. It was an attack on Jews for being Jews. And the individual involved was in the country illegally when he said asylum, and the Biden administration was like, yeah, sure, man. Come on in. Yeah, you can stay all you want. Donald Trump says he came in through Biden's ridiculous open border policy, which has hurt our country so badly. He's right. He says he must go under Trump policy. Acts of terrorism will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Another example why we must keep our borders secure and deport illegal anti-American radicals from our homeland. I don't know why people are mad at this. Apparently, Donald Trump became the big bad here, not the guy throwing Molotov cocktails at Holocaust survivors. But they're also mad Donald Trump apparently didn't say the word Jewish or Jew in one of his messages or something. I think they're kind of missing the real issue here.
Number 3.
United States Senator Tommy Tuberville, who is really governor-elect, coach United States Senator Tommy Tuberville, has said, hey, you guys want to come at me for not living in Alabama? Go right ahead. It will get you absolutely nowhere. So he's sort of goading them into this, which I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this. He's dismissing Alabama Democrats who are promising to challenge his candidacy. That he's lived most of the last 25 years in Alabama. They are wasting his time. Randy Kelly said his primary residence is in Florida and that they will challenge it. And he says, look, they're Democrats. What would you call them? Strongholds. They just want to do everything possible to keep me from running. Well, they did that, and there were a lot of people that went after me saying different things, and most of the one was saying is we got to keep him from running because if he runs, he's going to win. But he's going to be the most conservative governor we've ever had.
Number 2.
President Donald Trump's 2025 budget proposal proposes cutting funding for the Huntsville, Alabama-made spacecraft SLS. And this is causing a lot of heartburn in North Alabama. The budget proposal calls for a 31% reduction in the space agency's workforce nationwide to under 12,000 personnel. The budget request puts emphasis on investing in the private space industry, which I think we've seen this. I think it is moving in this direction. Shortly after its nomination of Jacob Isaacson, they decided to walk that back, and now we're looking at a lot of this in the budget outline, SLS, Orion, all this other stuff. They keep saying, look, it's too expensive, it's delayed, it's not working, and it's hard to argue that's not true.
Now, time for the number 1 thing you'll be talking about today.
Alabama officials, including United States Senator Katie Britt and United States Senator Tommy Tuberville, who's also governor-elect, coach, United States Senator Tommy Tuberville, have backed a GAO report affirming Huntsville, Alabama as the best location for U.S. Space Command. This report once again lays out why it is the best, and it lays out what some of the problems are with the selection of Colorado in the first place. It makes the argument that, yes, this was politically motivated, but it was also fiscally foolish. This is the best option. Multiple GAO reports have said just that. And recent Inspector General reports have validated that. That, of course, according to U.S. Representative Mike Rogers, who is making that case. Obviously, Dale Strong and everyone else is pushing this as well. And they need to be doing that. Why do they need to be doing that? Because we need to make this decision. We need to make this happen. Dale Strong, Mike Rogers, and everyone else need to be pushing this because they have really, really, really drug this out, and it is time to make this decision. Now, you may look at these two things and say, well, these things kind of fly in the face of each other, these last two things. That would be the ending of the Orion and SLS systems. Well, maybe, but I would also argue something here real quick. You've got to deliver. I'm sorry, NASA did not deliver in this regard. They just haven't. It's been expensive, it's been delayed, and that makes you vulnerable. Again, I'm not happy about this in any way, shape, or form, because this could cause a lot of pain. But this is the reality of which we are living in, and it's very unfortunate that this is what's happening. So the elimination of the Space Launch System and the Orion crew capsule could be a very, very, very damaging thing to North Alabama. I don't know how bad that's going to look. I don't. And this is going to be a story that we're going to have to follow here because a lot of people could be hurt by this. A lot of people could be hurt by this. But we'll follow that story and more right here on The Dale Jackson Show. Keep it locked right here. We'll be right back.
Get WBNN's Dale Jackson's 7 Things You Should Be Talking About Today right in your email box every morning. Go to yellowhammernews.com and sign up today.